The bouquet consists of two parts, the flower branch and the packaging. There is a separate video explanation in the package. This video only explains how to crochet and make a single tulip branch. A single flower branch contains 2 layers of petals, a leaf, stamens, and flower stems. First, complete the construction of petals and leaves, and then assemble. First, learn how to crochet the petals, which consist of an inner layer and an outer layer. The 2 layers of petals are crocheted separately, both with circular stitches, and the stitches are crocheted in circles along the loops of the stitches. The needles used are chain stitch, single crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, and double crochet T2 together. Below, please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Before you start crocheting, learn the basic crocheting postures. In order to make it easier for everyone to see, I use thick cotton thread to demonstrate the specific wire material, color matching, and construction model. Please refer to the details page and paper illustrations of the corresponding products. First, start with a circular stitch. Here you can use the single loop stitch method. Wrap the thread end around the little finger of your left hand. Pass it between the middle finger and index finger. Hold the thread end with your thumb and middle finger. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Place it on the right side of the thread. Wrap it counterclockwise. Hold the intersection of the loops with your left hand, thumb, and middle finger. The loop should be large. Then put the crochet hook. Place it on the left side of the thread. Wrap the thread. Hook the thread out. The single loop stitch is complete. Start to hook the first circle. Another chain stitch is used as the starting stitch of the single crochet. Wrap the thread. Hook the thread out. The chain stitch is completed. The starting stitch of the single crochet does not count as one stitch. Then make a single crochet. Insert the hook into the large hole for starting stitch. Wrap the thread. Hook the thread out. There are 2 loops on the hook. Wrap the thread again. Hook the thread out once. A single crochet is done. There are 2 lines in a V shape on the upper right side of the single crochet stitch. This is the stitch of the single crochet. 1 stitch represents 1 stitch. Continue to make the second single crochet. Insert it into the large hole. Hook the thread out. Wind the thread. Pass the thread through at once. 2 loops on the hook. Another single crochet is completed. Refer to the diagram. This circle needs a total of 6 single crochet. Continue to crochet the remaining 4 stitches. Three stitches. 4 stitches. 5 stitches. 6 stitches. After completion, the loops of the starting stitch are not processed for the time being. Convenient for later assembly, we will use the side with clear texture as the front. Put the thread end of the starting stitch on the front. Next, find the stitch for your first single crochet stitch. If you can't find it right, you can count back 6 from the last stitch. On this stitch, hook a slip stitch to connect. Insert the hook. Wrap the thread. Pass the thread through the loop on the hook at once. The slip stitch is completed. Such a V-shaped pattern is a braid formed by sliding stitch. The slip stitch connected here is not counted as one stitch. Need to be tightened. To avoid more hooks later. The first round is over. Continue to hook the second round. First make a chain stitch. As the starting stitch of the single crochet stitch, wind the thread. Hook the thread out. The chain stitch is complete. Note, the starting stitch of the single crochet is not counted as one stitch. I will not repeat it later. Then, in the previous round, on the first single crochet stitch, that is what was just introduced. The same needle insertion position. Hook a single crochet. Next, 11 chain stitches. After completion, find the third to last chain stitch. On this chain stitch, pick up the upper half stitch. That is, a thread like this. Crochet a single crochet. Continue on the left side. On the adjacent chain stitch, pick up the upper half stitch. Crochet a single crochet. Follow the same method. Continue. Pick up the upper half stitch of the chain stitch. Crochet single crochet one by one. Crochet the remaining 7 chain stitch positions. After completion. Below, on the adjacent single crochet on the left side, pick up the stitch. Crochet a single crochet. For the convenience of explanation, we call the part that has been crocheted a group. Continue to crochet the second group. First on the adjacent stitches on the left side, crochet a single crochet. Then crochet 11 chain stitches. When finished, start from the third to last chain stitch position. Pick up the upper half stitch. Crochet single crochet one by one. Crochet 9 single crochet stitches in total. When finished, at the bottom, on the adjacent stitch on the left, crochet a single crochet. Another combination is completed. Follow the same method. Continue to crochet the third group. When finished, on the first single crochet stitch, pull out the connection. Insert the hook. Wrap the thread. Crochet the thread out at once. Pull tight. That's it. The second round is over. Continue to crochet the third round. Another chain stitch. Then crochet a single crochet on the first single crochet stitch. Then find the second to last stitch of these 9 single crochet stitches. Crochet a single crochet at the needle position of the stitch. Then crochet a half double crochet at the needle position adjacent to the left. Wrap the thread around once. Insert the hook. Hook the thread out. There are 3 loops on the hook. Wrap the thread. Hook the thread out once. A half double crochet is done. There is also a V-shaped needle hole on the upper right corner. Continue to make a second half double crochet at the adjacent needle position on the left. Wrap the thread around once. Insert the hook. Hook the thread out. Wrap the thread. Pass the thread through 3 loops on the hook at a time. Another half double crochet is completed. In this way, continue to make a half double crochet at each of the 4 needle positions on the left. After completion, buckle a half double crochet on the adjacent needle on the left. Continue to make a single crochet at the same needle position and then pick up a few threads at the top and make a single crochet stitch. Be careful not to pick up the stitch of this single crochet stitch. At the same needle position, make another single crochet. Then make a chain stitch and continue to make 2 single crochets at the same needle position. The adjacent single crochet stitch on the left may be covered here, so you can move the hooked part to the right. Then hook a single crochet stitch on the adjacent single crochet stitch on the left. Continue to pick up the stitches, hook 6 half double crochets and 2 single crochets. The last single crochet should just be hooked on the 9 single crochets in the previous circle. We regard the hooked part as a group and continue to hook the second group. First, skip a stitch and hook a single crochet stitch on the second stitch on the left. Hook a single crochet stitch at the second to last needle position of these 9 single crochets. Then, at the needle position on the left, hook 6 half double crochets and a single crochet stitch in sequence. After completion, pick a few threads at the top and hook 2 single crochets at the same time. Note: do not insert it into the needle of the single crochet stitch. 1 chain stitch and 2 single crochet stitches. Hook 1 single crochet stitch, 6 half double crochet stitches and 2 single crochet stitches on the left stitch in sequence. The second group is done. Continue to hook the third group in the same way. After completion, pull and connect on the first single crochet stitch, tighten, and the third round is finished. Continue to hook the fourth round. First, fix the thread before hooking, pull the loop larger, pass the hooked part through the loop, and tighten it. Find the third to last stitch, which is the last half double crochet stitch, insert it into the stitch, and hook the thread out. Just straighten the crossover thread lightly, don't pull it too tight, so that the thread is transitioned. Skip the 4 single crochet stitches below and hook a single crochet stitch on the first half double crochet stitch on the left. Don't hook too loosely. Then, hook 5 half double crochet stitches one by one. After completion, hook a half double crochet and a single crochet stitch on the adjacent stitch on the left. Hook a single crochet stitch on the adjacent stitch on the left. Hook 2 half double crochet stitches on the adjacent stitch on the left. After completion, hook a single crochet stitch on the chain stitch position on the left. Note: don't pick the single crochet stitch on the left. If you can't find it, just roughly. Hook 2 half double crochet stitches on the adjacent stitch on the left. Hook a single crochet stitch on the left. Hook a single crochet stitch and a half double crochet stitch on the stitch on the left. After completion, hook 5 half double crochet stitches one by one. Excluding the single crochet stitch at the beginning, we regard the hooked parts as a group. After finishing one group, continue to hook a single crochet cut stitch. First, hook a single crochet unfinished stitch on the adjacent stitch on the left, insert the crochet needle, and hook the thread out. This is the single crochet unfinished stitch. The loop on the hook needle should not be too loose. Skip 4 single crochet stitches below. In the next group, on the first half double crochet stitch, continue to hook a single crochet unfinished stitch. Insert the needle and hook the thread out. The loop should not be too loose. Wrap the thread and hook the thread out at once. A single crochet and simple stitch are hooked. Then crochet the next group, that is, starting from the adjacent stitches on the left, crochet 5 half double crochet stitches one by one. Then, hook a half double crochet and a single crochet at the same time in the adjacent stitches on the left. Continue to hook a single crochet in the adjacent stitches on the left. Hook 2 half double crochets in the adjacent stitches on the left at the same time. After completion, hook a single crochet in this chain stitch position. Then crochet the stitches symmetrical to the side. Hook 5 consecutive half double crochets. Another group is done. Continue to hook a single crochet 2 together. That is, first on the adjacent stitches on the left and the first half double crochet stitch of the next group. Hook a single crochet to complete the stitch. Wrap the thread and hook the thread out at once. Another single crochet and a simple crochet are completed. Continue to hook the remaining group. After completion, pull and connect on the single crochet stitch at the beginning. Tighten. Then hook a chain stitch to fix. Pull the loop larger, leaving about 10 centimeters of thread ends for thread breakage. Tighten. Finally, turn the front texture outward. The end of the thread is hidden from the inside and passed out through the center hole. This is the end of the crochet method for the inner petals. You can crochet the remaining inner petals. Continue to learn the crochet method for the outer petals. The starting stitch and the first circle are exactly the same as the inner layer. The second circle of stitches is roughly the same as the inner layer. It's just that you need to hook 3 more chain stitches and 3 single crochet stitches here in each group. Please refer to the previous demonstration and combine it with the diagram. I have already hooked the first 2 circles. After hooking, I will continue to demonstrate the third circle, another chain stitch. Then hook a single crochet stitch on the first single crochet stitch. Then, at the needle position of the second to last single crochet stitch here, hook a single crochet stitch. At the adjacent needle position on the left, hook a half double crochet stitch. Continue to hook a double crochet stitch at the adjacent needle position on the left. Wrap the thread around. Insert the hook and hook the thread out. There are 3 loops on the hook. Wrap the thread and hook the thread out of the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left. Wrap the thread again and hook the thread out once. 1 double crochet is done. There is also a V-shaped needle hole corresponding to the upper right corner. At the adjacent needle position on the left, continue to hook a double crochet. Wrap the thread once. Insert the hook and hook the thread out. There are 3 loops on the hook. Wrap the thread once and hook the thread out from the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Another double crochet is completed. In this way, continue to hook 4 double crochets one by one. After completion, hook 2 half double crochets one by one. It is the position where you need to hook single crochet and chain stitches. The stitch method is the same as the corresponding position of the inner layer. Everyone, refer to the drawing, hook here, and hook the rest. Keep hooking. The last single crochet stitch position. We will regard the hooked part as a group. Continue to hook the remaining 2 groups. After completion, pull out the connection on the first stitch. The 3rd round is over. Continue to hook the 4th round. The hooking method of this round is roughly the same as the inner layer. First, fix the thread. Then transition the thread into the final half double crochet position. This half double crochet position, that is the 3rd to last stitch. Then, hook a single crochet on the first half double crochet stitch of the first group. Continue to refer to the drawing and hook the double crochet stitch position of this half. Make a single crochet and crease over these 2 half double crochet stitches. Everyone continues to refer to the drawing and finish the circle. Some content is omitted here. After completion, pull out on the first single crochet stitch. Then cut the thread normally. The end of the thread is also hidden inside, and pass it through the coil to the outside. In this way, the crochet method of the outer petals is also completed. Everyone also crochets the remaining outer petals for use. Continue to learn how to crochet leaves. The leaves are chain stitch starter. Crochet around the braid of the starter. For the last circle, wrap the iron wire while crochet. The new stitch used is the picot stitch of 3 chain stitches. Please watch my demonstration below. Start by sewing. Hang the thread with your left hand. Hold the needle with your right hand. Place the hook on the right side of the thread. Wrap it counterclockwise. Hold the cross of the loops with your left thumb and middle finger. Then place the hook on the left side of the thread. Wrap the thread. Hook the thread out. This section of the chain stitch does not count as one stitch. Tighten. Note that the loop on the hook should not be too tight, otherwise it will be difficult to hook later. Start the chain stitch. Keep doing the required number of stitches. You see, this is what the chain stitch looks like after starting the chain stitch. Then hook the first circle. The first chain stitch is used as the starting stitch of the single crochet. Next, find the penultimate chain stitch. On this chain stitch, half crochet upward. At the same time, hook 2 single crochet stitches. After completion, hook a single crochet stitch on each of the 2 chain stitches on the left. The next step on the side is to crochet half a stitch over the chain stitch. Continue to refer to the drawing and crochet the corresponding number of half double crochet stitches, half double crochet stitches, and single crochet stitches. Crochet all the way until there is 1 chain stitch left. Repeated content is omitted here. After completion. At the end, on this chain stitch, first hook 2 single crochet stitches. Then hook a 3-stitch picot stitch, which is referred to as the picot stitch below. Hook 3 chain stitches first. Then pick up the first half stitch of the single crochet stitch below at the same time, that is, the thread with the stitch close to you. And a thread on the left side. Hook a slip stitch. A picot stitch is done. Continue to hook a single crochet in the same needle position of the 2 single crochet needles. After completion, start from the left side to the chain stitch. Note: do not thread the same needle position of the 3 single crochet needles. Pick up the remaining 2 threads. That is, the needle entry position of the stitch on this side is crocheted with the same stitch as on the side. Hook until there is 1 needle position left. Put the thread end above the hook. Wrap it in while hooking. After completion, hook 3 single crochet needles at the same time at the starting needle position. Finally, pull out the connection on the first stitch. In this way, the first round is finished. We also use the side with clear texture as the front. Continue to crochet the second round. Start from the first stitch position. Use the same stitches as below for corresponding crochet. Continue to work this picot stitch until you reach the adjacent position on the right side of the corresponding single crochet below. After completion, crochet a single crochet stitch on this single crochet stitch. This stitch may be a little deformed. If you can't find it right, roughly adjust 2 threads to crochet. Then, crochet 2 single crochets in the hole of this picot stitch. Similarly, if you can't find the holes accurately, just pick a few threads and weave them. After you have completed 2 single crochet stitches, continue with a picot stitch. That is, first make 3 chain stitches. Then, pick up the needle and do a half stitch and a thread on the left at the same time, and then hook a slip stitch. The picot stitch is completed. Continue to make a single crochet in the hole of the picot stitch. That is, the same needle insertion position of these 2 single crochet. Then, make the same stitches as below on the left stitch. Keep making the last stitch. Finally, pull out and connect. In this way, the second round is finished. Continue to make the third round. Note that this round needs to be wrapped with thin wire. Make a chain stitch. Then make a single crochet. Insert the needle first. Take out the iron wire. Here, the color of the thin wire is not used as a reference, and the main method is explained. Reserve about 15 centimeters at the beginning. Place the thin wire above the crochet hook and wrap it in while hooking. Continue to hook single crochet one by one. The wire is placed above the crochet hook each time, and it is wrapped while hooking. Follow this method and keep hooking. The position of the single crochet needle corresponds to the bottom of this picot stitch. After completion, hook 3 single crochet needles in the hole of this picot stitch at the same time. Then, continue to hook single crochet needles one by one to complete the circle. After completion, hook a slip stitch on the first stitch to cut the thread. At the end, reserve about 15 centimeters of thin wire and cut it off. The thread ends are not processed for the time being. In this way, a leaf is hooked. Follow the same method to complete the remaining leaves. After all the petals and leaves are hooked, they need to be assembled into a complete flower. The position of the leaves is random. Please see me demonstrate the specific assembly method below. First, take out the inner and outer petals of the same color, and a leaf set aside for later use. Next, take out 6 stamens and a flower stem. Then roughly align the stamens. Fold in half. Overlap the folded part and one end of the flower stem slightly. Spread the stamens roughly. Then wrap it with the same color thread as the petals. Reserve about 10 centimeters at the beginning. Wrap it tightly. For firmness, you can apply a proper amount of glue at the starting position. Wrap about 2 centimeters. After finishing, leave about 10 centimeters of thread ends and cut them off. Then tie the 2 thread ends to secure them. You can also apply a small amount of glue at the end. Then insert the flower stem into the center of the inner petals. Hook the 2 thread ends out from the center. Then tighten the loops of the petals. That is, directly tighten this thread end. Continue to put the outer petals on. These thread ends are also hooked out from this hole. Then tighten the loops of the outer petals. Then adjust the inner petals. Put its bottom close to the outer petals. And roughly staggered. Then use glue to fix it at the bottom. You can actually apply more glue. After the glue dries, adjust the position of the petals. Make the top of the stamen roughly flush with the petals. Then take out the copper wire of the leaves. Start winding from the bottom of the petals. Wrap the thread ends in at the same time. You can also apply a proper amount of glue at the beginning. After winding for a while, add leaves. The upper and lower positions of the leaves are random, but not too high. You can wrap a few more circles at the beginning. Pay attention to the front grain. Turn the grain upwards. Leave about 10 centimeters at the end without winding. After winding, also apply a proper amount of glue at the end. In this way, a complete tulip is assembled. Next, everyone follows the same method to assemble the remaining branches. This is the end of the story about this tulip branch.